Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another day of training every single day. What did I train today? I trained mainly small muscle groups and some mobility. So I started off, this is the morning, this is just kind of the introduction to the day for me, working full body mobility with some squats overhead. If you really focus on, well, for me, I'm really focusing on using the chest and the upper back to keep my posture aligned, trying to get some mobility there. And I just progressed it a little bit from the past overhead squats, just by adding a little bit of a jump to engage the legs somewhat. And then working specifically the shoulder mobility here with the shoulder jump rope. This is one of the best shoulder mobility exercises I like to talk about. But today was pretty easy, and I think I'm going to go tomorrow. I'm going to get back into some more intense days of training. I'll try to I'm feeling really refreshed. So hopefully I'll be able to hit some consistent days of some higher intensity training to probably build some strength is what I'll try to do. Maybe get outside if the weather allows it. This was the end. I ended off today's morning session with some handstands. Pretty standard, and then I get into some hanging work. I'm doing a lot of pull-ups. I kind of switched out halfway, trying to build some strength endurance maybe, and trying to work on some mobility in the shoulder position. I kind of did half and half, which I don't really recommend. I think you probably should commit to one specific goal, but I did not really have a strong intention set before I started this out. So just doing a lot of pull-ups, working to build some strength here. And then at the bottom is where I like to work the mobility of the shoulders and the stability there. So I'd like to say thank you guys for watching. Remember, please leave a like, please comment, subscribe. Best way to support the channel is absolutely free. Nutrition's very important. Kiwi's a very important fruit. Some of the most nutritious fruit that you can practically buy at a grocery store. And I like to eat a lot of lamb, just for ethical reasons. I get rice, and then I make lamb, and then I make more than I should, that I could eat, and then I let it sit in the fridge, and then I can make fried rice the next day, and it turns out really great. That's what I've been doing the past little bit. Here I've been back into the dynamic ballistic stretching for elasticity, working the hips. Now, most of these were good, except I did have some hip fatigue that I'm trying to manage. I'm taking still a couple weeks off before I start resuming the middle splits training and a lot of heavy hip movements. So these were good, but when it comes to the front, these high kicks, these are, I could not do these. I was doing them, but I should not have been doing them. So I still need to take a little bit more rest before I continue to do these kind of high kicks. After I work the lower body, I get into the upper body. With shoulder windmills here, I really do recommend that everybody at least tries out some of these movements here that I'm doing. These are very accessible for everybody, and they have a lot of benefits for general purpose. They don't build a lot of strength. They do work on mobility, coordination, some endurance work, and they get your blood flowing and your coordination working really nicely. So everybody, I think, should, try them out, see how they work out for you. These elastic movements, they really train your body to move in a kind of the way you probably would want it to move, in a very fluid, elastic motion, where you can be very powerful, very fluid, very quick, and not super rigid where you're very much prone to injury. So try the shoulders in all the directions. Try swinging your legs around. You probably, if you remember like some high school physical education, you probably do some similar exercises to this. Probably in the lower body more than the upper body, but don't forget to use the upper body as well. And if you do them all back to back, you can get added benefit of being able to train some heart and lungs, some cardio with your work capacity, your energy reserves. If you do them back to back, work your stamina and endurance. Now I get into some of the smaller muscles I was talking about, the feet. As you can see, my feet are getting stronger. I can support my whole weight on the backs of the feet. This is a good progression for me. I eventually want to be able to walk on it, but slow and steady wins the race, says the adage with the tortoise and the hare. Then I get into the fingers, very important. The connection to the ground. The way I like to break up my training sometimes is you either train the prime movers of your body, which are your hips and your shoulders and core, and then you have the ends, the things that actually manipulate the world around you. So having strong hands, strong grip, and strong feet are what actually a lot of some of the more modern science studies have been saying are supporting longevity. The people who have very strong grip and strong toes live longer, a better predictor for all-cause mortality. But I suspect that's just because that's some of the easiest things to measure. I'm not quite sure if specifically strong hands and feet will make you live longer, but being strong in general will help you prevent death, especially from falling down. Very common and preventable cause of death if you learn how to fall and roll, along with being strong enough not to lose your balance. So I spend a good amount of time training the fingers and the toes and the feet, and I've noticed a lot of strength increase overall in the ends of my bodies. Now, I've been needing to rest the middle connection, like the knees and the elbows. So I've been resting those. That's why I haven't been doing a whole lot of power movements, but I hopefully will get back into that tomorrow. And I spend a little bit more time working the backs of the hands, the wrist. I normally don't train them because I feel like they're already really quite strong. But I feel like I did have some extra time, and I was already training a lot of the smaller muscle groups, so I got into training some wrist. I mainly like to train the back of the wrist. It's not the most complete wrist training program, but it's been sufficient for my level of activity, which is pretty demanding on the wrist, so it's okay. And then I try to really push the feet a little bit more, warm up the legs a little bit, and I try to really max out how much I can support on the back of my feet. And this is the maximum strength I got right here. So that's about it, everybody. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to comment. Let me know what you guys are training, or if you have any tips for me to help me improve, or things I should try or learn out. So thanks for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Bye-bye. I'll see you in the next video.